Do you ever feel like your body is working against you? No matter what you try, more and more symptoms just keep showing up. Here's the part that surprises most people. A lot of those issues can actually start in just one place, the gut microbiome. Think of your gut as the gatekeeper of your body, like a high security checkpoint, deciding what gets in and what gets kicked out. But when that system breaks down, you start seeing symptoms that you might have been treating separately, or even worse, just brushing off as getting older. And let me guess, maybe this sounds like you. Do you feel bloated most days? You can't drop weight even if you're eating reasonably well? You're exhausted, like your energy just packed up and left? Your skin is flaring and no cream, even the one that costs more than your car repayments, is helping? You have brain fog so thick it feels like somebody replaced your brain with a baked potato, and your immune system is constantly on the back foot, and you panic every time somebody sneezes near you. Here's the kicker. These aren't all random problems. They're usually connected. And the moment you start healing your gut, everything else starts to shift too, and all of those symptoms can start to improve. So in today's video, I'm diving into the major signs your gut is crying out for help, what those symptoms actually mean, some quick relief strategies to calm things down, and how your gut microbes influence whether calories get burnt or stored as fat, including which key species help boost metabolism. And I'll cover the long-term pathway to truly help heal your gut from the inside out. Hi, I'm Leilani. I'm a qualified clinical nutritionist here to help you improve your gut health in just a few minutes a day. I simplify the science and I turn it into practical, doable habits you can actually stick with. So subscribe for weekly tips to build a healthier gut, one simple step at a time. All right, first, a bit of tough love. Gut issues don't fix themselves. And if you've been on a restricted diet for longer than 6 weeks, you could actually be making everything worse, because starving your good bacteria that actually protect you and your gut causes long-term problems. Because when those microbes die off, it's like wiping out your gut's own army. And you're left defenseless and open to bigger long-term chronic health issues. So why is the gut everything for health? Science is now crystal clear. Most chronic symptoms, fatigue, skin problems, mood swings, stubborn weight, and even autoimmune flares all tie back to the powerful command center in your body, your gut. And the longer you ignore it, the harder the road back becomes. If your gut issues have already opened the door to chronic illness, reversing that damage is a mountain climb, not just a run in the park. But it can be done. And today is the best day to start. So what's actually happening when the gut breaks down? Picture your gut microbiome as a bustling city. When things are balanced, the good microbes keep everything running like clockwork. But when the balance breaks down, also known as dysbiosis, the troublemakers take over. So your gut lining, the gut wall, which should act like a super strict bouncer, becomes weak. And when that barrier fails, inflammation, toxins from undigested food sneak into your bloodstream and into your body. So this is called leaky gut, and it causes chaos all over the body. But it doesn't stop there. Your gut is plugged into everything because it's the headquarters of the body that controls the rest of the body. Your brain, it's connected by the gut-brain axis. Your skin, connected by the gut-skin axis. Immune system, hormones, even your mood and mental health. So if your gut is inflamed, overwhelmed, or starving, your whole system will feel it. So let's get into the signs. The first one is the most obvious red flag, but it's also the one most people learn to ignore. Sign 1, bloating and gas. That tight, uncomfortable belly after most meals, and even healthy ones like salads or beans, and the kind that makes you look like you've swallowed a balloon or gas so relentless you need to adjust your track pants night and day just to feel comfortable. Let me know in the comments what food bloats you the most. Yes, everybody deals with bloating once in a while, but when it becomes your new normal, this is your gut firing off an SOS signal. Here's what's happening inside. When the wrong bacteria dominate your gut microbiome, they ferment your food into excess gas. And this doesn't just stay in your belly. If it goes on long enough, bloating and gas can snowball into bigger imbalances that ripple through your whole body. Why? Because constant fermentation and pressure can damage your gut lining, making it leaky. And like I said before, it allows the toxins and inflammatory molecules to slip into your bloodstream, and then it reaches your organs. This sparks systemic inflammation, which can mess with your joints, your skin, your mood, and even your heart health. The stress in your microbiome often worsens in conditions like IBS or SIBO, where certain microbes dominate and keep the vicious cycle happening. Now, over time, you might end up with nutrient deficiencies because the food isn't being digested or absorbed properly. So it can leave you tired, moody, and more vulnerable to illness. So that bit of bloating isn't just uncomfortable. It can actually be the gateway to bigger long-term issues if you don't get on top of it. I'll dive deeper into that later, but for now, let's talk about small, simple habits you can start to reduce that feeling. So quick wins. Eat mindfully, just slowing down chewing your food, avoiding fizzy drinks, and just stop eating on the run can really help. Moving your body, even for 10 to 15 minutes after meals, like a walk, can help clear the gas. Try herbal teas. Peppermint, ginger, and fennel tea can relax the gut muscles, easing cramping and move the gas along. And a few minutes of gentle stretches or yoga poses, like the wind-relieving pose, aptly named, or a bit of abdominal massage can really encourage movement and relieve some of that pressure. So yes, bloating might seem small, but it's your gut's first flare gun. And taking action early means you can stop it from snowballing into a much bigger issue later. Sign 2, your bathroom habits, constipation, diarrhea. On either end of the spectrum, if your bathroom habits are constantly out of whack, your gut is upset. Constipation can happen when certain gut bacteria produce methane gas, and it slows everything down. Constipation is dangerous because it recirculates the toxins through the body. That includes the brain, and it fuels the inflammation, and over time can actually trigger issues from skin breakouts to hormone imbalances. Now, diarrhea, especially that chronic long-term kind, often points to inflammation or an infection or a microbiome that's really struggling to maintain a good, healthy barrier. This is huge because it leads to malabsorption. And if food is moving too fast or too slow, you're not absorbing the nutrients you need. So that's where the fatigue, the deficiencies, the skin, the nail problems can start. And maybe you're not even sure what's healthy because poop is one of the fastest ways you can tell of what's happening in the gut and where to start to correct the problems. So if you wanted to code the toilet bowl, go and check out my talk, Scoop on a Poop. Or you can join my free Gut Love email club and get the Bristol stool chart and poop decoder sheet so you can see exactly where you're at and where your gut needs to be. I'll put the links below. So what can you do? For constipation, you want to up your fiber and water intake. Movement and magnesium or psyllium husk can really be a win here. Just always check with your healthcare practitioner that it's right for you and the best dosage for you, because too much fiber too quickly can actually bloat you if you haven't built up the species yet. So for diarrhea or even loose stools, it is critical to find out from your doctor to rule out infection. And switching to a low reactive diet in the short term can really help. So I have a gut reset protocol I'll cover in a minute that will help you here. But for both, hydration is a non-negotiable. And if problems persist, go and see a doctor. Check out my talk on 2 gut-friendly hydration drinks you can make in minutes at home. I'll put the link here. Sign 3, the mental downer, mood swings, fatigue, poor sleep, brain fog. Do you wake up so exhausted you need coffee just to make your morning coffee? Then you chug caffeine all day only to find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. Your body's desperate for sleep, but your brain wants to solve the world hunger and wonder if penguins have knees. That's tired but wired feeling is a classic distress signal from your gut. Second, there's a soul-crushing fatigue that you feel because an inflamed gut leads to poor absorption of the energy-boosting nutrients. Plus that low-grade inflammation we talked about can be a massive drain on your energy. It's like your body is secretly running a marathon, but you never signed up for it. So it is going to leave you exhausted every single day. Believe it or not, up to 95% of your body's serotonin is made in your gut, not in your brain. So your gut is supposed to be a little serotonin party down there. But when your microbiome is unhealthy, that party turns into a pity party instead. So the production of the feel-good chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, GABA plummet. And it directly contributes to anxiety, depression, and wild mood swings. So that neuroinflammation can really lead to brain fog, trouble concentrating, memory, and don't forget sleep. Because your gut makes most of the serotonin, which it needs for melatonin, the hormone that clocks you out at night. So if your gut factory goes on strike, good luck getting a restful sleep. Personally, I've been through periods when my gut is off, usually when I travel to remote places and I eat off the street and I get a gut bug. And then these kind of symptoms start kicking on, and particularly mood swings for me. So which symptom hits you the hardest? Share in the comments below. So here's some of the quick fixes to lift your energy. Sorting out your sleep is a big one, and it can actually start in the morning with your hormone balance. So I have a microbiome morning routine mapped out. Go and check this talk out here, and that'll help with your melatonin circadian rhythms as well as your nervous system regulation. Okay, moving along to sign number 4, unexplained weight gain. This is the gut's grip on the scale. So do you feel like you're gaining weight even though you're eating the same and you're exercising? When the number on the scale makes no sense, it's often not about willpower, but about your gut. Your microbiome isn't just sitting passively, it's actually deciding what happens to your food. The microbes control how well you break things down, how many calories you absorb, and even whether those calories get burned or stored as fat. Think of your gut bugs like the accountants of your inner city. Some are generous and fair, and others are greedy hoarders, pulling every last calorie from your food and ordering your body to stash it in fat cells. This is why 2 people can eat the same thing, but one gains weight and the other one doesn't. For example, low levels of Akkermansia mucifila, a key species linked to metabolism and strong gut lining, can make fat storage worse if it's low. And when your gut lining gets damaged, we call it leaky gut, those bacterial fragments, like lipopolysaccharides, sneak into the bloodstream, and the toxins cause the low-grade inflammation, disrupt insulin signals, pushing your body into fat storage mode. And here's the kicker. Modern foods full of additives and chemicals don't just confuse your body, they feed the wrong microbes. So it creates that vicious cycle of cravings, bloatings, and stubborn weight gain. But here's the most important takeaway. It is not your fault and it is reversible. You just need a strategic reset. And this is one of the reasons I created my step-by-step gut reset protocol and gut health course. So inside, I show you how to reset and rebuild your microbiome with the right science-backed foods and prebiotics that specifically feed the good gut bugs. It supports powerhouse species like Akkermansia to fortify your gut wall and finally support your metabolism. And identify and avoid the sneaky ingredients that act like kryptonite to your gut hormone balance. Plus, I've got delicious family-approved meal plans and shopping lists that are satisfying, nourishing, and make healthy eating effortless. Imagine your gut working with you, not against you. So that power is yours, and I'll put the links below so you can go check out for more details. Sign 5. Do you feel like every time someone sneezes in the house, you're next in line? If you're always the one catching the cold, fighting sinus infections, or just getting run down, it is another giant clue your gut might be struggling. Here's why. About 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Your microbiome is basically a training academy for your immune soldiers. It teaches them who to fight and who to leave alone. When your gut bacteria are balanced, they keep the invaders out and calm unnecessary inflammation. But when dysbiosis sets in and your gut lining is leaky, that academy goes rogue and your immune system ends up confused. Sometimes overreacting or underreacting, so you'll catch every bug that floats by. Or it'll trigger allergies or even autoimmune flares. So why it matters: a weak gut equals a weak first line defense against viruses, and so you're often more sick. And a weak gut line access means the microbiome lowers your lung immunity, so even the colds seem to go straight to your chest. Quick wins to support your immune system. Get enough vitamin D and zinc. These guys are critical for gut health and immune health. Prioritize sleep. Your immune system recharges overnight, and so does your gut. You gotta learn to manage your stress. Chronic stress thins your gut lining and leaves your immune system jittery. Check out my workshop session on a powerful distressor technique you can use in just a few minutes. So if you're always the one knocked down by every little bug, don't just blame your luck. Check your gut. A strong microbiome often means fewer colds, quicker recovery, and a calmer, more balanced immune system. Last up, sign number 6, skin issues. If you've tried every face wash, serum, and cream, but the rashes, acne, eczema, psoriasis, rosacea keep making a comeback like a bad ex, the problem might not be on your face, but coming from deep inside your gut. Welcome to the gut-skin axis. When your gut is inflamed, it sends out distress signals, and your skin becomes the battlefield. Here's the science on why it shows up on your skin. Think of your gut as the military headquarters for your immune army. If the headquarters is in chaos, the soldiers don't know what to fight. They either attack everything, and when your gut lining, your bouncer gets damaged, the toxins and the bacterial fragments like LPS sneak into the bloodstream, this fires an alarm for your immune system, and it triggers a full-blown inflammation all over the body. The inflammation has to go somewhere, and since your skin is the largest organ, it often becomes the pressure valve, resulting in breakouts, redness, itchy, and rashes. So dysbiosis, when your gut bacteria are off, also reduces the production of short-chain fatty acids, which calm the inflammation down and strengthen your skin barrier. Certain gut microbes also help with the hormone imbalance, and when they're off, you get excess oil, clogged pores, and the never-ending acne roller coaster. So what can you do about it? You stop chasing the symptoms and you stop throwing random supplements at the wall. You finally get to the root of the problem, which is fixing your gut. Now, if you're nodding so hard right now, you might be getting whiplash. You're not alone. This is really common. Between digestive drama, skin rebellions, energy crashes, mood swings, and unexplained weight gain, it can feel like your body has just gone rogue. But there is a way out, and it starts with a gut reset protocol, because you need to give your gut a break from the chaos within. And it's not just another cleanse. The one that I've created is a total retrainer of your gut, turning it into your strongest defense system, the kind that clears your skin, quiets cravings, rebalances hormones, and improves sleep. So I'll put the link in the description. Go and take a peek now and explore what's waiting there. Because real gut health isn't about being perfect, it's about giving your body the tools to heal. And if you've been blaming yourself for feeling tired, anxious, or just plain off, I want you to stop doing that. Those symptoms are real and they are valid, and this could be your body's way of asking you to look at your gut health. You have the power to restore the inner balance. I really hope this video was a light bulb moment for you. And if it was, hit subscribe so I can keep making content for you. Now that you know the signs, the next step is diving into the solutions. So thanks for being here today. I'll see you in the next video. Love your guts.